Hugh Jackman has been plagued with rumors of homosexuality throughout his entire career. It has been speculated for a host of reasons. Some fair, some not. Some people just never really bought into him at the peak of his career, having married a woman that was 13 years his senior.
Gay guys are great. I love gay guys. There's also bad ones because they're just normal people. I have zero problem. There's nothing wrong with being gay in any way, but he definitely is.
Ryan Reynolds never seemed like the type to get tangled in swirling controversies. Yet he's at the center of one now, and it's dragging in co-stars, directors, and even his close friend Hugh Jackman. This entire ordeal goes beyond mere headlines and rumor. It's a web of legal fights, personal betrayals, and shocking text message leaks. Some say it's a simple case of feuding celebrities. Others believe it's the downfall of a carefully crafted facade. Whatever the truth, you're about to hear it all. And trust me, the behind-the-scenes details are even wilder than the tabloid stories.
The husband's perspective, like, hey, obviously, like, this guy's gay, no hard feelings, it's a sight to be seen. He wants to be completely dismissed from the lawsuit. He wants out on the lawsuit.
No one expected a routine film production to erupt into a public battle, but that's exactly what happened with It Ends With Us. Director Justin Baldoni filed a lawsuit accusing Ryan Reynolds of defamation, extortion, and downright interference with contractual agreements. Things escalated when Reynolds allegedly called Baldoni a predator in front of powerful insiders, comments that Baldoni claims wrecked his reputation and potential future deals.
Ryan's kind of perpetually highly publicizing his bromances is something that I find to be quite strange, right? Mostly because he's a 48-year-old man, Ryan Reynolds. He has 4 kids, and he seems to dedicate a lot of time and resources, like financial resources, to trying to convince the public that these bromances are perfectly normal.
To outsiders, Ryan Reynolds has always seemed untouchable. The charming superstar with a quick wit, a beautiful family, and a never-ending string of bromance jokes. Yet court documents reveal that behind the scenes, he may have been pulling strings in ways few would have guessed. It's no secret that major stars sometimes wield their influence to rewrite scripts or shape a movie's promotional strategy, but Baldoni says Reynolds took it further, threatening to walk away unless everyone bent to his demands.
You just wonder if that's also partially the reason why Blake's team is adamant that they need this AEO determination, right? They want the judge to agree to an attorney's eyes only designation to protect, as they term it, highly confidential information that could destroy the careers of the third-party people that are involved.
On the surface, Hugh Jackman's participation in It Ends With Us looked minor. He appeared in a promotional skit, shared a laugh or two with Ryan, and brought his star power to a cameo. But then, out of nowhere, Jackman found himself subpoenaed for a deposition. That's when everything changed. Rumor has it that private text messages and sensitive behind-the-scenes details might link him to crucial aspects of the Baldoni lawsuit. Jackman's long-standing bromance with Reynolds has always been a fan favorite, brimming with playful jabs and comedic moments. Now, those same fans are questioning whether the jokes were actually covering up deeper issues. Did Ryan Reynolds drag Jackman into legal trouble by using those lighthearted on-screen bits to mask a more serious rift? And is Jackman fighting back by leaking key information? Whispers suggest that some of the juiciest text messages that recently emerged may have come from someone with direct access. Someone like Jackman himself.
Kind of making a lot of gay jokes and like trying to normalize all of these gay jokes, but nobody's actually asking him to do that. Not the gay community or the heterosexual community.
As if the lawsuit weren't enough, both Reynolds and Jackman are juggling personal drama. Hugh Jackman's divorce from Deborah Lee Furness after 20 years stunned everyone. Media outlets pounced on the chance to resurrect old rumors about his sexuality. Some see the timing as suspicious, happening right when he's embroiled in the Reynolds-Baldoni fray and in the middle of filming Deadpool 3. Then there's the speculation about who Jackman might be dating next. Names like Sutton Foster have been floated, supposedly to protect his image. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have faced rumors of their own. Are they living under the same roof, or has the stress of legal battles forced them apart? Even if official reps claim all is fine, the hush-hush tension says otherwise. Close friends hint that the lawsuit's revelations might be making daily life unbearable. The tabloids are swirling with stories of a perfect Hollywood couple brought to the brink by secrecy and mounting legal bills.
The husband's perspective, like, hey, obviously, like, this guy's gay, no hard feelings, it's a sight to be seen. He wants to be completely dismissed from the lawsuit. He wants out on the lawsuit. It's still happening. It's still going on.
One of the lawsuit's biggest shockwaves came when Blake Lively's team pushed to designate certain evidence as attorney's eyes only. This move restricts who can see certain documents, usually because they're believed to contain highly sensitive, career-killing information. What kind of intel could be so explosive that even a hint of it could shatter Hollywood reputations? That's exactly what Judge Lehman wanted to find out. The judge ultimately restricted how freely this AEO designation could be used, opening the door for more revelations to surface. For the public, that means fresh details might leak, secrets Lively and Reynolds hoped would remain forever hidden. If these documents really do reveal personal truths or behind-the-scenes manipulations, the fallout could be massive. Despite the star-studded status of everyone involved, the law doesn't bend easily, and that's got people wondering, what's so devastating that they're fighting tooth and nail to keep it under wraps? Fans adore Reynolds for his brash humor and comedic timing, whether he's poking fun at friends or indulging in mock bromances with fellow actors like Andrew Garfield. Those cheeky kisses and playful teases have, for years, been part of his brand. Some see it as progressive, an endearing jab at rigid stereotypes. Others suspect it's a deliberate move, an attempt to blur lines for extra publicity or to keep people guessing about his real life. Among those who suspect deeper motives is commentator Candace Owens. She argues that Reynolds might be using these comedic bits to distract from personal struggles, particularly rumors that he could be closeted. Whether you find the theories outlandish or intriguing, one thing is certain. Reynolds' pattern of pushing comedic boundaries with male co-stars has now collided with allegations of manipulative behavior. And that's a tough combination to shrug off in a court of law.
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will be deposed, and I suspect that might be making Ryan Reynolds extremely nervous, and I'll tell you why.
Hollywood thrives on rumor, but actual leaked texts can shift gossip into fact. When screenshots supposedly showing Reynolds' private conversations surfaced, fans and critics read them like cryptic puzzle pieces. The language felt off, a mix of forced humor, self-deprecating admissions, and references that suggest he's hiding something. It wasn't blatant, but enough to make people question the true Ryan Reynolds. Then came the question, who leaked them? The timing points to someone close. Hugh Jackman, disgruntled ex-assistant, or maybe even Justin Baldoni's camp eager to strengthen its defamation claim. Some watchers note that Jackman, faced with potential personal and professional loss, might see exposing Reynolds' secrets as a way to salvage his own reputation. If so, the strategy is risky, but in a Hollywood known for cutthroat tactics, it could be just another day in the war zone of spin. With every leaked screenshot and every motion filed in court, the alliances in this story grow shakier. Blake Lively seems torn between protecting her family and shielding industry relationships. Hugh Jackman is battling rumors about his own identity in the wake of a very public divorce. And Ryan Reynolds faces accusations of orchestrating a smear campaign while simultaneously grappling with an image that might not match who he really is. Yes, Hollywood is known for illusions, but fans often sense when the narrative starts to crack. The jokes about closeted sexuality, the comedic on-screen kisses, these might read differently now that legal testimonies suggest a pattern of misdirection. Adding to the swirl are hushed conversations among insiders, claiming this entire meltdown is simply too big to be an accidental chain of events. Where does that leave everyone else caught in the crossfire? Buckle up, because what emerges next is a flurry of revelations that paint a bigger picture of orchestrated chaos. First, Justin Baldoni's defamation suit specifically cites moments when Reynolds publicly branded him a predator. Baldoni argues these claims came from nowhere and were meant to sabotage him. Reynolds' team, in turn, insists he believed Baldoni's conduct was problematic, arguing that actual belief negates defamation. It's a high-stakes game of legal leapfrog. Then there's the conversation about Reynolds' repeated comedic gay kisses and flamboyant sketches, fuel for commentators who say he's masking his own truth. Owens even implies that these comedic moments are a code, a way to ease fans into accepting that Reynolds might not fit the straight-laced family man narrative he spent years polishing. That possibility alone is enough to drive internet chatter into overdrive.
Hugh Jackman was also in the now infamously cringe It Ends With Us promotional skit that had nothing to do with promoting the movie, which was about domestic violence, where Ryan directed it and he brought in his mom and Blake was in the background. We learned that Ryan Reynolds' bromances, his various bromances over the years. We've talked about him and Jake Gyllenhaal, and obviously this has been a bromance that has been very much thrown in the public's face.
As attorneys on all sides prep for trial, the ticking clock echoes through Hollywood's hallways. One crucial question looms: will the lawsuit end in a private settlement that buries the truth, or will every detail come out in open court? Given how many personal confessions and leaked messages are at play, a settlement might seem tempting for everyone. But if Baldoni holds firm, the public could soon glimpse the full scale of Ryan's alleged manipulations, or Jackman's role in revealing them. Behind these headlines is a strange truth about Hollywood. Image matters more than fact. Once an actor's brand is tainted, it can take years and millions of dollars to rebuild. That's why this lawsuit feels like such a high-stakes showdown. A single piece of evidence confirming a hidden relationship or an intentional smear campaign could blow the reputations of Ryan, Hugh, and Blake wide open. A judge's ruling might be the only thing that clarifies who's innocent and who's been spinning illusions. So here we are at a crossroads, uncertain if the next big twist will be an exposed document, a shocking text message, or a new rumor that changes everything. Are we witnessing the unraveling of an elaborate Hollywood masquerade, or is this just another wave of sensational buzz that will fade once everyone moves on to the next scandal? For Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, Hugh Jackman, and Justin Baldoni, the stakes have never been higher. Careers, relationships, and long-cultivated public images are all on the line. By the time the dust settles, we'll know whether these stars can pull off a perfect Hollywood comeback, or if their private truths will eclipse the roles and relationships they've worked so hard to project. Until then, the best we can do is watch, speculate, and piece together the hints they've left behind. Let's hear your theories. Who's really behind the leaks, and how will it all play out? Drop your take, because this story is anything but over.